Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, ironically, it's the ending of another beautiful day here on the farm. Day Saturday. Didn't get the camera out at all today to do any filming. The buddy was here with me all day. We got kind of a late start. We had to go retrieve the lumber I took out of the walls and the other stuff that I had gotten and purchased. Bring it here, unload it all by hand, put it in the barn in the dry. So it was, I don't know, close to lunchtime by the time we got started, and I've got to quit a little bit early today. So we were able to get 4 of the 6 timbers in the ground for the lean-to addition here. Hopefully you've all seen the videos talking about that and what the plans are. I'll take you up here in just a second and explain a little bit better now that we can see some things going on. And this video is probably going to span out over several days, and I'll just get some clips here or there of the work and the progress, and if it doesn't get too long, we'll wrap it all up in one video. If not, we'll break it up in a couple and see what happens. But definitely stay tuned and get you some popcorn, because this ought to be quite comical and interesting. And I know you guys are going to roast me in the comments that, you know, this carpentry work comes as second nature, but it's kind of up there with the yellow jackets. It's something I don't like and something that I just can't grasp for some reason. I've said that already numerous times, but we're gonna get the best shot we can. We're gonna get something under the drive one way or the other. It may not be the prettiest thing, and it may not be the most square thing in the world, but we're gonna have some boards up, and we're gonna have some tin on it, and quit letting rain fall on all my equipment. So stay tuned. Okay, well, here it is with a few things in the ground. Like I said, I dropped it down a little bit. It's 22 this way and 20 deep. The 1086 will go right here in this first bay. The track loader will go in that bay. I can get my dad's Ferguson and the little Cub in behind them. Possibly the little International that I have also. And then we're going to do an addition on to the back of the barn there, tear all that down at some point, and that'll be for the Gleaner gal. But everything's going pretty good so far. You know, I'm still learning, and I really haven't got to the carpentry aspect of it yet, but all the poles are squared up and trued up and level and everything. So we've got 2 more to set. They'll be fingering the screen, 1 more in the middle, and then of course 1 out here. I think I'm looking at I believe it's 312 pitch on the roof. Should put me somewhere around 7.5, 8 foot high out here on the I don't know what end you call that as carpentry terms, but the end of the lean-to, we'll put it that way. So pretty tickled with it. We'll see what happens, so bring you along for more later. Okay, well, it looks like puke carpentry around here. Not that I know what I'm doing, but anyway, we're able to get these last 2 poles in the ground, got the concrete in them. We're able to get the bond board up there on the house structure. That beam's got quite a bow in it, the house beam, so I'm gonna have to overcompensate with that with the rafters, but that's level. The poles are good, so now comes down to the brass tacks, where we're going to get technical, and that's where my mind's going to go haywire. So I'm going to set you up a little bit of high speed. I'm trying to get a string pulled down, if I can figure this right, or I have figured it right, what my outside header board should be for the roof pitch. 312 is going to be the roof pitch, so we're going to see if we can get that situated and get some marks lined up and get ready to put some header boards on. Okay, we're gonna try this. See, right now I really need 2 people, but I'm making do with what I got. And some scaffolding wouldn't hurt a thing, I don't think. But work with what you got. I put some screws up there to give me something to set it on temporarily. Looks good from my house. right. Well, that's one header up. I won't tell you how long it took me to do that. I put it up the first time and measured down from my rafters and set on this and marked it. And when I put the board on there, I put my screw on the top mark, so I was way too high, so I had to take it all back loose. That's why I don't do this for a living. Okay, that's up temporarily. I got to put lag bolts in it and structural screws. I'm just using the nail gun to get it up here and hold it in place. I'm not sure if I'm gonna tackle the other one today or not. If I do, I'll bring you back for it. All right, well, you probably can't see it, but I got the string pulled up there. That should be the pitch of my roof. I got to go in the middle there and put the headers up on the carrying side, and then once I get those up, I can start putting the rafters up, and then I'll I don't know if they consider it a ledger board or what, but I'll put another header behind it, bump it up against the back side of the 6x6s. So probably gonna do those with 2x8s or 2x10s. I don't think I have enough 2x12s. I'm gonna put 2x12s on the center section poles on the 4-header, and then whatever I got left on the back, I'll make do with that. And I got to put a ledger board up there on the main bond beam at the barn. So we'll bring you back for another day. One more thing before we call it a day. I've been looking for a gas-powered air compressor, but haven't run across one yet. So what I ended up doing is I had about 150 feet of air line, so I've just got the air line ran all the way from the shop, and I had to buy another 100-foot air hose here, which is a lot cheaper than buying an air compressor. So we're just running the nail gun off my air compressor in the shop. Worked out pretty good. So okay, well, I spent the afternoon putting up LED light here under the lean-to, if you will. It's mounted up under the barn there in the open section. Shines down the work area pretty good. Be able to give me an opportunity to do a little work after dark. We're having some warm temperatures here this week, so you know, I could carry on in the darkness for a couple hours if I needed to, putting stuff up. Took me a little longer than I wanted to, but you know what, I think it'll be good when the roof section's on. I think it'll reflect down enough, lighten up the one bay over there close to the truck where the track loader is going to be. The 1086 will be over here against the barn. It's a little darker there, but you know, no big deal either way. We're going to see what we can do. Pretty tickled with that. Wasted an afternoon doing it, but might gain me a couple hours here or there. Okay, I wanted to show you the 10 right quick before it gets sun starts going down and gets too dark. Went and picked this up last Saturday from a good friend. A lot of you probably know Mr. Gordon Bright. He had told me when I started this adventure that he had some 10, and we worked out a deal and done some horse trading, if you will. And I came home with, I think it's 12 or 13 pieces. It's 3 foot wide, 24.5 feet long. This will give me plenty to do the lean-to addition, and then give me a start on the back side. And he had a lot more, and if we can come up with another deal there, do some more trading on something, maybe some labor or something like that, I might end up getting some more of it. But tell you what, it's a lifesaver. Thank you, Gordon, for that. Huge weight off my shoulders. Once I get this wood and everything finished up, I can throw the 10 right on there. So I want to show you guys that. Huge shout out for Mr. Gordon Bright. Thank you, sir. Getting dark on me. We got all the lags in. I put some structural screws in with them. Just overkill, I guess. Maybe it's not enough, I don't know. 3 lags per board at every joint. I put a 2x6 block underneath it with some structural screws in there, kind of as a small ledger for the header to sit on. So we're finished up with the outside header here. By no means is anything proportional, but it's there and it's up. Alright everybody, we're going to wrap this one up and call it a video. We're just going to say this is part one of the lean-to build and my attempt at carpentry work. Hopefully it was actually some hands-on for you. I'm learning, so please bear with me with the filming and what I get to capture. Seems like I turn the camera on and my mind just goes completely blank on what I've thought about, what I've learned. And 10-15 minute clips, you know, per time I turn the camera on is not going to work. So anyway, please bear with me and hang in there. We're getting it. Showed you the last part of this video, I know, is getting the outside header finalized, all the lag bolts in it, the structural screws, and the little, I guess you would consider them ledger board blocks underneath. I've still got to lag bolt the top bond board. I didn't have a drill bit long enough. I wanted to do that today, but probably on the next video I'll show you some clips of the center header, and then after that I should have the bond board attached already, and we're going to start hanging some rafters, if that's how you do it. We're going to put some rafters up rather. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. You know, hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Thumbs down, I understand it's not for everybody. Share the videos, get them out there. Might be somebody else interested in a little bit of this I'm doing. I'm beginning to realize that if for no other reason, if you want to watch the videos, you'll learn exactly what not to do, whatever I attempt. Till next time, thank you.